According to Dennis Barron, the cyberspace offers a new place to exist, as well as new ways of existing. He believes that online people can either be themselves or anyone they want to be. According to David Gauntlet, the early terms used to characterize the internet, such as virtual reality and cyberculture, underline the notion that this activity in their schools, companies use it to sell and market products on a huge scale, because Hillary Clinton launched a presidential campaign on Twitter, and because people like Selena Gomez have over 100 million Instagram followers, meaning we use it, and we use it often. So let's take a look at the good, the bad, and the ugly of social media. Services such as YouTube and WordPress provide users with easy-to-use platforms which enable them to place their creative work online. These platforms are typically free or inexpensive. Gauntlet emphasizes the ease of finding other people's creative work online. This provides a large reach and wide exposure. A study by Hampton in 2010 found that social media users recognize more people, talk on the phone to people they know more often, and attend more social events. The social media world enables people with the ability to communicate on multiple levels. They can text, call, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, whatever. Businesses and companies, both large and small, can communicate to a wide audience globally, placing campaigns and marketing tactics through screens. And they can also deal with customers directly, providing a response virtually into their hands. Globalized voices, we can rave, rant, joke, film, share, meet people and engage online, all from the comfort of our own homes. We can reach a large audience around the world through multiple channels. Finally, charity. The social media landscape provides a huge platform for non-for-profit organizations, allowing them to run campaigns at virtually no expense. Examples of success include causes.org and change.org. Now it's time for the bad. As author of Better Pencil, Dennis Barron puts it, in some cases the web's dark side seems to be getting darker. Political tirades. The best example of this is the recent American presidential election and the recent Australian gay rights debate. Political tirades unfortunately bring out the worst of people in social media, and they also create harmful situations where those sensitive to the topic may struggle when their social media feeds are filled with debates on the issue. All talk, no action. This one really annoys me. A prime example is hashtags. Outlets and famous figures push out a hashtag when something bad happens. And although it is a nice thought, posting a picture with a hashtag isn't exactly doing anything. You're better off going out and donating some money. The ugly. Unfortunately, the social media world has allowed for money, attention seeking, cyberbullying, privacy issues, bigotry, sexism, racism, and other bad habits to run rampant across all platforms in every country. It has also coined the term hiding behind a keyboard. The SPLC reported that there was a 33% rise in hate groups online between the years 2000 and 2005. By 1996, 3 Holocaust-denying websites were in existence, and in 2001, a Ku Klux Klan website was getting over 5,000 hits per day. To wrap up the bad, I'm going to quote Turkle 1995, who once said, "It's not just the anonymity, the speed of communication, or the ability to reach a large audience that attracts bigots to the net. The web offers a public space that functions as a digital version of the analog world's Main Street." So what's changed and what's not exactly proven? Well, the media effects logic tells us that bad stories involving social media are often decontextualized down to physical effects to scare a specific audience. In most social media cases, this is adults. These examples are often a public concern stirred up through isolated incidents or decontextualized examples. Nowadays, as Dana Boyd puts it, teenagers can't hang out as much anymore. According to her, they have less freedom than any other previous generation. This is due to geographical location, family and sport commitments, but also society's continued push towards not talking to strangers. People seem more interested in buying free-range eggs than raising free-range children. The negatives also stem from media moral panics. Most negative attributes associated with social media through moral panics are new mediums and blind anger. Social media provides a democratization of access to millions of people, not just news outlets being the only source. People can now share, post, and go live as the situation unfolds. Just look at the recent United Airlines disaster, an incident that was essentially made an incident by people on social media. The blind anger factor is generally associated with the older demographic, non-social media users who raise up their arms when a negative story or report is released about social media. Dana goes on to state that teenagers go online to take control of their lives. Social media helps them manage the pressures of being a teenager. Social media is the effective way of teens getting a life. The decentralization of power new medium theory correlates with the agenda setting theory. This theory is to tell us that the media tells us not what to think, but what to think about. Maxwell McCombs and Donald Shaw also emphasize both theories' connections to the selective exposure theory of cognitive dissonance, reaffirming the power of the press while maintaining individual freedom. So in conclusion, social media can be bad. In fact, it can be really bad and nasty. However, social media gives power to the people. It allows change and enacts change. It is a tool and we need to use it more.